for his address.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony. The Honorable Member of National Planning Commission, Founding President of NELTA, and my Honorable Professor Dr. Kania, Regional Administrator of the Government of Nepal, that has ever happened out of Kathmandu in Nepal. People of this area will always cherish your presence here. Please make sure you sign your name in on the signature sheet put up outside. You'll find it later on. Many of you have already done it. First of all, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all the distinguished guests for their love to this place and the spirit of their sharing ideas to every nook and corner of the world. I'm sure many of you know the name of the language which is used more by non-native speakers than the native speakers themselves. This is the English language. The theme of the conference, English in Diversity, makes sense in this context. I suppose everybody knows by now that NELTA is a truly voluntary professional organization which was established in 1992, and it has an international image and is a part of the larger realty community all over the world. I'd like to take this opportunity to share you something about NELTA Surkhet. We are a branch of NELTA established in 1996. Professor Avasti came to this place to establish this beautiful professional organization, helping out the teachers, English teachers, do their job in a better, easier, and more effective way. The journey began voluntarily towards professional development since then has come a long way. We have now more than 100 life members. These members are not only from Surkhet, but also from many adjacent districts such as Dailek, Jumla, Kalikot, Mugu, Dolpa, Atham, Bardia, which have no full-fledged branches yet. So far, NELTA Surkhet has organized a number of professional development activities which are highly acclaimed by the local stakeholders like PAPSN and the District Education Office. We have also been networking with other NELTA branches like Bake, Dang, Tangadi, Kanchanpur, and the branches in Midwestern and Far Western region. Regional Education Office has also stood by us as a supportive collaborator in our endeavor to developing the ELT situation of this region. A number of English language teachers from this area have got scholarships and further development opportunities as a reward of their voluntary hard work. To take but a few names, Mr. Bimal Nepali, who got National Education Award last year, had got an opportunity to join the Hornby Regional School in 2008. Mr. Khagendra Thapa from Newari School is now in Hyderabad, developing himself as a better ELT professional. And Mr. Mukund Giri has just now been awarded a scholarship from the United States Department of State to do an online teacher training course for spring term 2010 from the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. We have also had opportunities to host and conduct some training events with national level trainers and NELTA friends like Kate Miller and Gretchen Coppage. We are holding this mega ELT event with the trust of the Central Committee and the donor agencies. This is the first international conference of this nature and scale away from the capital city. There are international presenters from Nepal, from India, China, Australia, Poland, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Romania, UK, and USA. I understand how much pain they have taken to travel to this part of the world. Catherine Lee couldn't open our website in China. Dr. Boguslav Marek lost to fortune on the way. Stephen Kolibaba had to wait for a whole month before he got his ticket confirmation. Later on, our National General Secretary had to take a risk and book the ticket for him. Among other custom, Professor Avasti, President Ganga Gautam, and many of you had to defy the security notice and walk hours on foot in Kathmandu to go to the airport. I hope and pray that they will have no problem and they will arrive safe here. For sensitizing the English language teachers towards professionalism from the very inception of NELTA to our branch 12 years ago. Mr. Ivan Davies has been the host of this conference. The administrative and each and every individual deserves a big thanks and congratulations for this. There are rare events and occasions in Nepal when all political parties come hand in hand together. Thank all these helping hands to organize and host this day. I once again salute the warmth of the relation all of you have shown. Please enjoy your presentations, workshops, discussions, and all the proceedings of the conference. Universal brotherhood and thereby lasting peace in the world while updating ourselves. There is Sri Krishna Mabi, Mr. Gehendra Dahal. I would like to honor them with big rounds of applause. May I request Mr. Bhusan Manandar, the President of Preparation Committee.
Regional Administrative Officer, Regional Education Officer, Campus and Resident Teachers Union, President of Chamber of Commerce. So with the lack of the light of education, it is not that there is a lack of talented people in this area. United or directed towards indulgence and research activities in the want of opportunities of owning them. We want to create opportunities for the youth this panic-stricken region. People of Surkhet had committed to establish a university here 15 years ago. There is an unmatched and unwilling participation of people in the commitment. Government has recently addressed this issue and we are going to set up a university in the near future. We understand that there are big challenges ahead. The two most important among many others are first, human resource development, and second, infrastructure. I would like to acclaim and applaud the activities of NELTA in the development of human resource. I also thank the British Council for supporting NELTA in the mission of providing resource and scholarships. Our teacher, Mr. Khagendra Thapa, is now in the English and Foreign Language University, Hyderabad, on a scholarship, and present NELTA chairperson, Mr. Gauli, is going to give us soon Fulbright scholarship. I would like to thank the American Embassy and Fulbright Commission for that. We are very much encouraged that we will not have the acute shortage of human resource to run our imaging Midwest University in Surkhet. To come to the issue of infrastructure, we have been encouraged by the recent donation of these two buildings by the Government of India. We look upon the support of international agencies to materialize our dreams. We are humbly welcome our guests and organizing this opening ceremony under this tent today. We are hopeful that there will be a multi-purpose conference held next time we organize a conference in Surkhet. Thank you very much.
Now to extend warm greetings for the successful accomplishment of this very conference, may I request Mr. A.K. Prasad, friends, may I request Mr. Vishnu Prasad Nepal, Regional Education.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I thanks on behalf of this conference plays a vital role in the providing different types of training to the English teachers. This conference will be fruitful to strengthening the capacity of teachers.
NELTA advisors, Mr. Bimal Nepali, Mr. Basudev Karki, and Mr. Purna Bahar.
Immense success I attended the conference over 3 days, and it was also a formidable presentation of academic and practical knowledge. I think the Surkhet conference is going to be even more successful. We were fortunate in the Kathmandu conference to secure the time of David Graddle, a foremost researcher in the field of world English. I would like to briefly refer to some of the data that actually David brought with him and shared with us in Kathmandu. David Graddle presented some very, very interesting findings. For example, there are currently some 2 billion learners of English, both adults and students, adults and children, in the world at the moment. David Graddle estimates by 2050, which is about 40 years from now, about 40% of the world's population will be English speakers. That is a huge vision. These English speakers include native speakers, people who are bilingual in English, as well as people who will be English speakers, as well as other speakers of other languages as well. Mostly, for example, people in Nepal. What I find inspirational was that who will actually be taking forward this vision? And this was very much David Graddle's message. And that is the people in the tent here today, the teachers who go into the classroom and work hard, will be actually creating this vision in 40 years. I have to be careful how I put this. I was going to say, maybe for example, maybe your children can English plus something else.
The boy sang a song, Joni, Joni, yes, Papa. I mean, it's wonderful. So English has crossed over all the barriers, all the jungles, all the bandhas, everything traveled all the way to the extremities of, geographical extremities of this country. Nobody can deny it. Not only David Graddle, we can give the statistics how powerful English is. You cannot understand democracy without English. You cannot exercise democracy without English. Our parliamentarians who are illiterate, now making constitution for us, we have to teach them English. We have to teach them A for apple. Isn't it beautiful? It is. Our government officers want English. We train the officers of the Ministry of Education because they needed English to deal with the foreign agencies, to get donation, to get assistance. We taught English to the ministry people of industry because they needed English. Unless they learn English, they cannot export and import their goods. Isn't it beautiful? It is. So English has global perspective. We cannot deny it, but there are many Englishes. The question is which English? American English, British English, Indian English, or Nepali English, or maybe Romanian English, Polish English, English is all over. There may be dialectical variation, but everybody understands whether you rotarized American R sound saying, I got a lot of hot dogs kept on the table, or you go to London and Heathrow and say, I parked my car at Harvard Street. So whatever English you speak, you understand it. The most important thing is intelligibility. You speak English, people understand you. So people used to ask me, who is the role model of English? I never say this, but I said Kofi Annan. Because everybody understood Kofi Annan's English. But I haven't decided whether I should say now Ban Ki-moon or not. but we understand him. So English in Nepal entered more than 150 years ago. It's a long journey. Now it has reached every nook and corner of the country. People have high aspiration in the development of English. Nepalese government spends around 30% of the budget on education in English. It's a big, big money. But unfortunately, the Nepalese government doesn't have a policy on English education. This is what we need. Sometimes our government decides, let's start English from grade 1. Oh, no, it's too much. Now let's start from 4. Now again, let's start from 1. Maybe tomorrow our government will say, all right, let's start from year 1, age 1, 1 year old. So we need a kind of evidence as to why we start English from grade 1. Who has got the answer? Is our government prepared with all kind of resources to teach English? Do our primary school teachers speak English? We visited several public schools where we studied ourselves. We are all the products of, say, public schools. Our schools happen to be under the shade of the tree. We didn't have the roof above us. Rainy days were all holidays for us. We learned it with our own commitment. And I think most of you, maybe 90% of the teachers here present, have the same situation. And still there are roofless schools in the villages. And myself. We never thought that these people could have this mass. We were very few. We had very few branches. Now we have big responsibility to train the teachers, to collaborate with the government. That our founding president, Professor Khania, is the member of Planning Commission, where the plan for the country's members have to meet the aspiration of the people along with its expansion. We have to converse in English with the people outside this country, or maybe within the country. And English members have to show our commitments. Don't see that NELTA executives at the branch and the central. I acknowledge at this moment all the national. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you, Surkhet, for inviting us to speak. Thank you all.
We feel pride to call him founding father of NELTA Surkhet.
Embassy, I'm pleased to be here this morning to show our support at the 15th beautiful, beautiful Surkhet with all the mountains and hills, clean air. I wish to thank NELTA for bringing us all together today, and since it's enhancing further English language teaching through its 26 branches. And who knows in 2050 how many branches of NELTA there'll be in Nepal. The standards of English language teaching in Nepal have been raised thanks to NELTA's training programs, workshops, seminars, and conferences, and through the development of standardized teacher training packages, trainers training, and publications of journals. NELTA works tirelessly to standardize English language teaching across Nepal so that all students, regardless of whether they're educated in government schools or private schools, will receive the highest level of English language teaching. And the U.S. Embassy seeks to support NELTA's vision through a variety of projects and collaborations that engage communities across Nepal. First, the U.S. Embassy is thrilled to have Dr. Numa Markey here with us for the past week, and he'll be here until Saturday afternoon. He's an assistant professor of linguistics at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, who specializes in various aspects of ESL, EFL, communicative curriculum development. And while he's been here, he's worked with TU on curriculum development, conducted teacher trainings, and given workshops both in Kathmandu and now he will in Surkhet to hundreds of educators and students. So we're really thrilled to have him with us this year at the NELTA conference. In addition, the U.S. Embassy sponsors the English Language Fellow. I know many of you have had the opportunity to meet with Gretchen Kopich, who's conducted teacher training, and she'll be here. She's arriving on the plane that I'm leaving on today, but she'll be here for 3 days. Of particular interest to those of you who live in remote areas in Nepal, the U.S. Embassy, in collaboration with NELTA, supports an English by radio program. Radio Sagarmat is a community radio station that broadcasts a weekly radio program to an estimated audience of over 2 million Nepalis, and this started last December. In addition, the U.S. Embassy has 4 American corners in addition to its American Library in Kathmandu, in Baidoa, Biratnagar, Birganj, and Pokhara. So I encourage, when you're in one of those locations, to come and visit us, take advantage of the resources and the trainings and the programs that we offer at those various institutions. And please encourage your students as well, that we welcome everybody. All you have to do is bring your ID card. The U.S. Embassy also sponsors professional development opportunities for teachers, including regional and international exchanges, study of the U.S. intensive institutes, and online coursework. This objective is to expose teachers to new ideas and strategies and give them the opportunities to share lessons learned with their peers. On behalf of the U.S. Embassy, I applaud the many teachers and students gathered here today from all corners of Nepal who have come to Surkhet to advance and promote English language teaching and raise the standards of education in Nepal. The U.S. Embassy is proud to support your efforts, which will lead to a more peaceful, prosperous, and democratic Nepal. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jacobson. Now, to extend more warm greetings, I would like to request Mr. Gangaram Gautam, President, NELTA Central Committee.
He has already pointed out, and he very well presented what NELTA branch can do, and this gathering here demonstrates how powerful our NELTA branches are and what kind of events they can organize at the branch level. And also, one of the founding members of NELTA, Professor Awasthi, has already presented what NELTA is all about and what we do for the professional development of teachers. And in addition to what Professor Awasthi has already said, I would also like to say that NELTA offers a platform which you join and you learn by contributing yourself to this organization. So the main motto of NELTA is you develop yourself and you help others develop. So that's a professional sharing, mutual learning, and learning from one another. So that's all NELTA is about. And if you, as many of you here, you have just joined NELTA, you might be asking yourself, what do I get when I join NELTA? Now, I would like to say that NELTA gives you the platform, and then how much you can get out of it, that depends upon you. So the more you get involved in the NELTA activity, the richer, the professionally richer you become. So by joining NELTA, you can sharpen your professional skills, and by sharing your experiences to other people and by learning the experiences of other people, both from home and abroad, you become professionally competent and professionally sound, so that you can improve the English language teaching practices, whether it is in the classroom or outside the classroom. So NELTA also runs various activities for its member, including long-term and short-term training through our NELTA trainers and also the international trainers. So NELTA trainers travel to different branches and they run different kinds of training for teachers of all levels of education. And also, as the speakers already pointed out, we have international trainers, some of whom I would like to mention on this occasion. Gretchen Koppis, supported by the US Embassy, who has traveled to many NELTA branches to train the teachers working in very remote areas of Nepal. And also on the dais here we have Kate Miller from the UK, who travels all the way from the UK every year and travels to the remotest branches of Nepal to run the training for teachers and also to train the trainers to train then the teachers working in the remote area. So we have a wonderful cadre of people who travel all over Nepal and then share their experiences with our teachers who are working in very difficult circumstances. Also, NELTA, in order to run the local activities in the branches, we would like our branches to become strong, to deliver the capacity so that they can run the local activities on their own. So in order to do so, NELTA has collaborated with many other international organizations which have kindly provided us with the scholarship and various professional development opportunities outside Nepal. And among them, these are the two wonderful organizations represented here by Ewan Davis, the British Council, and also Amanda Jacobson, the US Embassy. They have provided us plenty of opportunities through which we have trained so many NELTA members in different international events, and by coming from those international events, these members, they have disseminated what they have learned there, and they have run various activities at the local level and also outside. So NELTA has a very good, NELTA has grown a very big organization, and then we have countries on their own cost, the volunteers, they travel outside the Kathmandu Valley and they present here. And also on this occasion, I would like to extend on behalf of my central.
Thank you, Mr. Gautam. We have got many greetings from all over. Of applause to the First Lady of Bremnagar JC's Mrs. Lalita Doli. She is here. Member of National Planning Commission.
The east to the west, in a way it has been able to inspire NELTA colleagues in a consistent manner. For this I must appreciate the present team of NELTA under the leadership of Mr. Gangaram Gautam. It must be noted that whatever it has been able to achieve has a lot to do with what the former teams of NELTA accomplished. They also deserve appreciation. We cannot ignore it. We are going to be a part of it. In that sense, the system of education is also going to be restructured, and its focus may change to address the emerging needs. We should be prepared for a new Nepal. Different people with different backgrounds, ethnic groups, linguistic groups are asking for federalism, independent states, local government states. In this situation, the English language can make a great deal of contribution to maintain harmony in the society by bringing all people together through a means of communication. It may work as a linked language in the change context. We have different problems. Many people can use English as one of the linked languages when we have different states. These days people sometimes ask me the difference between what NELTA at present is doing and what we thought when we were trying to establish it, whether there is any difference. I really don't know in detail the context and the reasons for establishing NELTA. In a broad way, we wanted to promote ELT activities. We wanted to enhance the skills and abilities of NELTA colleagues. That's why we established it. NELTA is doing a lot of things these days. Then the question is it doing enough of what it is supposed to do? What is NELTA's potential for promoting ELT activities in Nepal? Has it been exploited its full potential? We can go for a debate. I don't want to do that. But I'm happy with what NELTA is doing in relation to ELT. In a way, NELTA at present has been doing very good jobs. It has been expanded. It has covered the whole country. In addition to that, it's preparing for ELT survey with the involvement of the government. This is something we want to appreciate because the government has felt that government cannot promote ELT activities on its own. it has to involve NELTA in its endeavor of developing it, and it is prepared to collaboratively work with NELTA for the promotion of ELT activities. NELTA has covered the whole country. Internationalization of NELTA. NELTA has become an international organization. We have so many people from different parts of the world. And we call Surkhet conference an international conference of NELTA. It's a big achievement. Institutional growth of NELTA. NELTA is a very strong institution in Nepal. In terms of professionalism, it has very competent members who are influential in the society they live in. They influence the local governance, and they are very smart people. At a meeting a couple of days ago, I was sharing with my colleagues saying that NELTA is full of very smart members, and you will see even smarter members in Surkhet. You have met it. And I would like to congratulate NELTA colleagues in Surkhet who have demonstrated that even in a remote area of Nepal, we can find such smart NELTA colleagues here. And they have come from different parts of the country, and they are equally competent to influence the local governance there. Wherever we go, we have NELTA colleagues influencing the local governance. NELTA has become a sustainable institution. I don't think that its future has any threat. It's growing day by day, and it will grow in the same manner. It is sustainable in the sense that it has different branches. Many branches are preparing for having their own building. We are also thinking of doing similar work at the center. Maybe in a couple of years, we will have NELTA with several buildings all over the country. It's a sustainable institution without receiving or without depending on government fund. It's our fund. We are doing it, and we'll do it. ELT professionals. I think in many professional organizations, I don't think that people who get international training under NELTA umbrella are the kind of training that other organizational structure of Nepal are doing. We have every year we have several members who get trained outside Nepal. This is a very high level professional strength of NELTA. NELTA has international connection, international contact. NELTA keeps information of what is happening around the world in relation to ELT. We have access to several ELT organizations in the world. This is also a very important strength of NELTA. But classroom activity is one thing. It is the policy matters, it is the text materials, it's the overall context of ELT that we should take care of in the coming days. We should also be prepared to work with international organizations, other professional organizations, bringing more institutions to participate in our activity. Then NELTA would have opportunity to identify problems especially related to Nepalese ELT because of language, socio-economic situation, and address them. What we have been doing is what has been approved by other countries. We have not been able to specify, to identify the problems of Nepalese ELT professionals. The reason is we have no resource for research. We have not been able to identify the kind of problems that teachers in Nepal with Nepali mother tongue, with other mother tongues can have while dealing with English. Is our problem. It is done mainly because there is the absence of There can be a long list of such activities. I don't want to take much of your time. You should take advantage of all the
Gracious presence of Mr. Goli as the representative of local. Now, Goli to offer salt, and I would like to request Dr.
This is the best part.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Kanya, keynote speaker, founder member of NELTA and chairpersons of English and other foreign language studies, faculty of education, TU, Mr. Ewan Davis, British Council, NELTA executives, the government officials, president of the preparation committee, the proposed Midwestern University, all the guests, participants, presenters from home and abroad, ladies and gentlemen. As our presidents and chairpersons have already said, NELTA is a volunteer organization. Surkhet branch also have nothing else. We have got many supports, many things from many other well-wishers. Many of them are the well-wishers of ours. So on this occasion, we would like to extend our vote of thanks to all the well-wishers, to all the supporters who did something for running this program. So first of all, I would like to extend our sincere thanks to Dr. Tirtharaj Kania, the chief guest of this program, who spared some time to come to Surkhet from his very busy schedule. Similarly, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to Professor Numa Marki, who came a long way from the US. All the presenters from home and abroad also deserve our sincere gratitude. Likewise, we'd also like to express our sincere gratitude to British Council for their sustained support for Surkhet. Similarly, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to the US Embassy for bringing the keynote speaker long way from the US. Similarly, I'd like to express our gratitude to the LDO Surkhet District Development Committee Surkhet for his generosity to allocate some 300,000 rupees to run this program. Likewise, we are very much thankful to all the political parties who gave consent, who gave very fine concept to DDC to allocate the budget for we people to run this program. Likewise, University Grant Commission had just decided that it has also granted some 60,000 rupees for us to run this program. For this, we are very grateful to the University Grant Commission. We had submitted the proposal some 2.5 months ago in the commission. Likewise, we always remember the coordinations done by regional director and DEO Surkhet for their coordinations for the disseminations of the information to the government funded schools. We're really grateful to them. We feel really excited to notice that many international publications have also supported us, like Cambridge University Press, Oxford University Press, and Routledge publication have supported us to run the program. Media personnel, people working in media have also done a lot for we people. They have helped us to disseminate our news and views throughout the country and in different parts of our country, as our chairperson said, in nooks and corners of the Western Nepal. Thanks are also due to the head teachers, to the principals who kindly supported us, who kindly sent us their teachers in this kind of mega event. Thank you, principals and officers of the public as well as private schools. We would like to express our gratitude to our well-wishers like PAPSons and NPAPSons. They have also contributed for us. They have also created favorable situations to run this program. Yes, we will never forget. Thank you, PAPSons and NPAPSons. We are very much thankful to you. Similarly, individually also, some of our well-wishers have contributed individually. We are really indebted to them. I would like to read their names over here. Mr. Kamal Paudel, Secretary, Central Executive Committee. Similarly, Mr. Edu Gyali, NELTA Surkhet, Mr. Ram Bahadur Sai, NELTA Surkhet, Mr. Dipen Busau, NELTA Surkhet, Mr. Lal Bahadur Rana, NELTA Surkhet, and even from the institutions and even from the branches, people have contributed, like NELTA Dangati deserves our big applaud for kind support, financially as well as morally. Likewise, the list goes on. NELTA Dang, it has also done the same thing as Dangati had done. NELTA Birganj, they all have shown the sense of fraternity with us. Thank you, the branch chairs and other executives, all the members over there. We would also like to thank Mr. Balaram Khatka for providing us rooms and premises to run this program. As a matter of fact, we are under his shelter. We are having office under his canopy. Thank you, Khatka sir. Likewise, we shouldn't forget Gopal Subedi, the advisor, NELTA ad hoc committee board there, who coordinated and who in fact took a painstaking task and could be able to bring all our guests from Nepalganj Airport to Surkhet. Thank you, Subedi sir. NELTA Center Executive Committee also deserve our thanks because they trusted us. Thank you, Executive Committee, NELTA Center. Okay, at last, but not the least, we are also very much thankful to Mr. Bemal Nepali, fundraising chairperson, Surkhet, NELTA Surkhet. He did a marvelous job. We always appreciate him. Thank you. Thank you, all our well-wishers and supporters for us. Thank you very much. Thank you. Really goes to many those who extended their helpful hands. If we had not got such help, we might not be able to host such program here. Now we are very close to the end of the program. With the permission of Mr. Chairperson, I would like to declare the closure of inauguration session, and I would like to invite you all to join the light refreshment served outside. For your kind information, key speech starts at 12:30 sharp. With this, let us sign out from the podium. Thank you. Bye-bye.